Hi everybody, just a quick video on something a little bit different today. I've been looking at actually buying some further scenery items from Les at TerrainShed, and being the sucker for Wargames rules that I am, I have invested in Vainglorious France 1940 wargaming rules, written by Les. So I'll be bringing you a separate video at some point once I've had a chance to read and digest this rule set, but looks very interesting. Certainly initial views, nicely produced, looks a nice rule set, so hope to bring you a little bit more on that in due course. But the main purpose of the video today is this parcel here, and I bought some terrain from TerrainShed via the Leven stand at a partisan show, or it may have been Hammerhead show many years ago. Was massively impressed with the 6mm tree range that were available. I'd never seen trees produced in this way, which I'll show you in a moment, and I bought some. They've had a lot of use over the years, and I decided I wanted to invest in a few more, along with some other little extra bits and pieces that Les provided. So I got in touch with him and just asked if he'd mind if I do a quick review of the package he sent me, which he was delighted for me to do. I'd just like to say, you know, we need to support these one-man bands, small little businesses. Les, like everyone's been affected by the pandemic, so I know certainly I've had a couple of questions about his products on some of my showcase videos where I've shown these trees as part of the presentation of my armies. Well, this is the guy where you can buy this great stuff from. So it's les at terrainshed.co.uk. If you type in TerrainShed on Google or on your internet provider, you should be able to find the website, and there's lots of goodies to look at on there. So I only put in a small extra order. I've bought some hedges and some small vine rows for 6mm scale. Haven't got many of those, so that's just a little extra. But for me, the main thing was to buy some more tree pieces. So I've bought the oak oblong set, as it's called. You get 3 pieces in there, different shapes, which would fit onto the kind of mat I'm showing you here, into one of these squares, or go across a couple of squares. Great terrain pieces, or of course onto a normal plain gaming mat if you so wish. But what I want to do is open the box, show you what's in there, and then just set them up with a couple of figures just to show you how they scale up and how they look on the table. Okay, so let's just show you. This is typically how they actually come at the show as well. So you get a little instruction piece showing you where you can put the pieces, the tree trunks. You get a supply of those, and you get a piece of felt as well. So I'll show you how this all sort of comes together at the moment. But importantly, these are the grassed hedges, so there's 4 large ones of these. Again, you probably won't be able to see them necessarily too well through the packaging, but I'll get those out in a moment. But they look nicely done. And these little vines, little vineyards pieces look really lovely. Again, you can probably just make them out through the plastic there, but lovely small scale. Looking forward to getting those on the table. And then these are the tree pieces. So there's 3 in here, 3 clumps. So as you can see, different sizes. They come sort of this with your little piece here, and this, I say, is the oblong set. There's various shapes and sizes. There's various types of tree colour. You've got winter and snow, you've got frozen ones, you've got lighter coloured autumn, spring. There's lots of choices and different types of trees as well. So obviously I've gone for oak. There are various other ones on his site. So yeah, you know, just go and have a look. There's plenty of pictures on there, give you a flavour of everything. But you can see this one particularly is a nice long piece, so that would be great. And again, you've got the piece of felt. The felt, it just avoids the tree moving about. Once you put the trunks in on the table, it avoids it moving about, which is great. These are the little pegs or trunks in effect that go into the bottom of the piece, and that sort of shows you how that works. And then there's some bits and pieces there just showing you some of the things that Les produces. And as I say, I think some really interesting canopy style woodland stroke forests there. So I'm just going to get those set up and show you a little bit more what they look like, just to wrap up the video and give you a bit more of a flavour of what's available out there. So I've just set up the hedgerows. So importantly, you can see just scaling those with some 6mm models. These are obviously armour, but it gives you a good flavour of how that looks. Just get that out of there. Yeah, very nice. And then I've just put the canopy, one of the canopies, with some 6mm American Civil War, just to show you how that works. And I'll get down right low in a moment when I take the tripod off. And again, just showing you the little vines behind there and how effective they look with the scale of the troops. So yeah, really pleased with those. They look really nice. Les does do some full size vines which are double the length, I believe, but they work really well for the bases of troops. Obviously you'd probably use them with things like Napoleonics or other scales or periods, but I think 6mm certainly suits these. What you can see even here at this distance is the effect which you get in real life of the canopy, and the fact that it's dark. When you get into dense forests or woods, it's dark and it's difficult, importantly, to see. And I think this sort of echoes well with most rule sets where visibility is normally in or out from the edges of the woodland piece. So what you can see straight away there is that's actually really realistic. And the chaps are, as you can see there, below the line of the trunks themselves of the trees. So you could actually, if you wanted to, put the figures in underneath the tree line, and that would look really effective. In fact, I'll do that in a moment just to show you. But in theory, the felt just keeps the piece in one place. You've got the trunks in there like so. You can put as many in as you want, but generally you put them in around the edges. And then you know, you can put your pieces how you want, but you can see what a nice piece that is, and how effective it looks. So to wrap up, I'll just pop the figures under there for you just to give you another viewpoint, and that will be my quick overview of TerrainShed and some of the great little scenery items for the smaller scales that they have available. Hope you've enjoyed this short video. So to wrap things up, just to show you how those figures look underneath the tree canopy, and I think you'd agree, they look absolutely great. Really effective, and you know, I love these tree canopies when I bought them many years ago, and I just wanted to get some more, so you got more options when you set out your train on the table. But yeah, I think they're just fabulous, and would highly recommend anyone who plays in 6mm scale to give them a look. As I said, hope you've enjoyed this short video, and see you again next time.